I have a special delivery for you guys today. I got a pretty banger video I'm about to make. We got some info that's really funny. So basically, what's the most ironic thing you can think of? You know, maybe like an ant posted up to ant killer, or fertilizer right next to a tree. I can't think of anything crazy ironic right now, but we got something right here. So if you've ever seen like political memes, especially from like back in the day, they were a big thing that would like show, like they would emphasize things, right? They would show conglomerates and monopolies as like an octopus that has their arms and everything. They would show like of someone in charge who takes a lot from the people as like someone who's like really fat and greedy, you know, like they emphasize everything going on. But it's really funny because one of those painted itself IRL. No artistry. It just happened. And this this is what I'm talking about right here. So Dasher completes first ever White House delivery to mark impact of no tax on tips. So this is the actual DoorDash website. So it's like a promotion for them, which is kind of silly. We're not gonna trust what they're saying here. But basically there was a Dasher from Arkansas marked her order complete at the doors of the Oval Office. So yeah, that's kind of insane. We got more information up here. This is the AI reading, but we will go more into it. This is correct. I don't know if the numbers are correct, but I just know she is a grandmother from Arkansas who has made a ton of deliveries. So this says 14,000, but she's made a ton of deliveries and said she saved 11,000 in taxes. I did watch the video. That's what she said. So that could all be facts and stuff. It is staged. But whatever. The biggest part of why it's ironic here is because her husband, I'm pretty sure, or someone in her family is fighting cancer. And that's one of the biggest reasons she's like pushing overtime door dashing. So she is trying to save up money for this crazy cancer bill. And if you guys know anything about, Donald Trump, he doesn't care about us and our medical bills, right? So the ironic picture basically is this right here, where you have a struggling grandma working DoorDash so she can, pay for her family's cancer bills, which is insane, going to the Oval Office that has a crazy amount of gold on it, speaking to the individual that could directly impact her situation and make it a million times easier and better and less stressful. Not just her, but a million trillion other people that are in her exact shoes, right? So another ironic thing too, we got irony on irony. It's like a Big Mac. There's two in one. So the second one is that people are pointing out, specifically this governor, is that a convicted felon who has also been found liable for sexual abuse is ineligible to be a delivery driver on most apps. But somehow he's our president. So he can't even be a delivery driver. Yet he is in the position to make her life hell and a million billion other people just like her, right? Causing, like the healthcare industry, if you know anything about America and healthcare, not good, not very fun, right? Like the fact that I have to go through my whole entire life in fear that if I get in a car accident, if I break my arm, if I just fall, or if something not even of my control, right? I guess a car accident wouldn't be, but you know what I mean? Like if I just wake up one day and all of a sudden my liver gives out, I don't know, something like that. Like I have to live in fear because it would cost my family thousands. You know what I mean? It would be a debt I couldn't pay off. So I think that's a pretty bad problem. So that's the irony right here, is that she is fighting for that, a crazy medical debt, that's why she's being this delivery driver, going over and over and over and over, delivery after delivery after delivery after delivery, just to hand it to the man who can literally help her like a crazy amount, like an unfathomable amount. That's why it's irony. That's why it's ironic to me, but it's also ironic to other people because he couldn't even be holding that job anyways, right? So we got more information about it. Is this actually says a lot of the stuff he's done. He was found liable for he was found liable by a jury for sexually abusing the writer, some writer not some writer, my bad, that sounds like insulting. His conviction on 34 felony counts. I'm pretty sure he has more than that, but basically he's not a very good person. You know what I mean? And I just think it is insane. Like, it's so, going back to what I was saying earlier, right? Like those like infographics, I don't know if that's what they would call it, but they would be like the political cartoons where you would have like that like overly obese political person to show how greedy they are. You know what I mean? Or the monopolies that are the octopus that have their hands in every little industry. So this literally paints it out. Because you have bro who's a convicted felon in the Oval Office that is surrounded by gold, right? There is gold everything. Gold. It's supposed to be like beautiful, lovely. And then that woman right there literally is struggling day to day to pay off a medical debt. Something that's not even like a will of her to want to pay, right? It's not like she bought a Lamborghini and has to pay off the loan. It's not like she bought a mansion and is trying to pay off the mortgage. No, it's a medical debt. You know what I mean? So that's the, like, it's not even irony. It's like, oh my God, it makes me want to like freak out. It makes me want to crash out for the gang, crash out for a mixtape. Whoa. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane, dude. And it hurts to know like this is where we're living, bro. Like, this is how America runs. It's a ton of people who live here, who live in these gold-plated rooms, and they live off of the work in the backs of people like this who are struggling for medical bills, who are struggling for stuff they can't even control. And it's hurtful to live in this country when this is what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, if I was a leader and I knew that the majority of people I was leading for were struggling, gang, I would step down and struggle with them. I'm not even kidding you, bro. You could give me so much money, I don't care. I would step down and struggle with them, right? Obviously, I'm not going to put myself in danger. Obviously, I'm still going to have some luxuries like a shower and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to make gold-plated, I don't even know what those are called. I'm not rich enough. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put gold upon my walls. I'm not going to change everything to gold when I know the people around me that are... See, it's also different because he's not just a rich person. He's the person who's supposed to be there for us. Like, it's like if a mother and a kid, who the mother's supposed to be there for the kid, all of a sudden starts like putting, using the diapers to make origami. You know what I mean? And the kid's over here like, hey, I need my diapers. And the mom's like, well, I actually don't have any. And the kid's like, yes, you do. They're all over there. And she's like, yeah, but those are my origami ones. You know what I mean? You win some, you lose some, bro. Like, those are my origami diapers. Like, I can't give them over. Like, you're not that important. You know what I mean? Like, he's able to siphon what he wants from people, right? Like, give me this, give me that. I'm going to take money from everyone in my country and use it for means that don't benefit them, right? Like, I remember the ballroom, that was a ton of money. Hey, he destroyed the flowers in front of the White House. He uses money for war. He uses money for spying on us. Our own taxpayer dollars go into spying on us. The money we pay is used to buy material and resources to spy on us. Insane. I'm not even gonna get mad about it, but I want to get mad about it. Who cares? I already get mad about it. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. So that's the irony. It paints itself, bro. Art imitates life. That's an example right here. I don't think there's really too much other crazy things, man. It's just like, I mean, we can watch the video if you really want to. I mean, I guess you do.
Oh, it's working.
She goes, I have a DoorDash for you.
This doesn't look staged, does it?
Did she just say it said it looks staged, but it doesn't?
Doesn't look staged, does it? This doesn't look staged, does it?
This doesn't look staged, does it? Because it is. That's not what I...
DoorDash is doing a good job.
I thought he was trying to say it wasn't. I was like, gang.
So, the reason for this is the fact that I heard you picked up an extra $11,000 that you didn't get because the tax bill was so big, the refund was the biggest you've ever had. Is that a fair statement?
It definitely was. Yeah, I saved over $11,000 by not having.
Right, so yeah, that's cool. Oh my God, $11,000. But imagine if you didn't have that medical bill. That's probably 10 times that. Imagine how cool that would be. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty fun, wouldn't it, Grandma? I don't know. That's where my stance is. I also have this video to watch, and then we can end it off.
Right now, in response to the major public backlash DoorDash has received for yesterday's stunt at the White House, where they had a grandma deliver McDonald's to Donald Trump in the Oval Office, a grandma from Arkansas, not the DMV. Now, their public relations officer is coming out and saying, this was never a real delivery. Quote, no one is claiming it was a real delivery. It was clearly and obviously a planned event to mark a new policy starting. To claim Sharon is a prop, plant, or an actor is totally wrong and off base. She is a dasher and she participated to support the policy that benefits her. Of course, we speak to Sharon about what to expect before she appeared before the media and with the president. No, Sharon spoke for herself and in support of no tax on tips. To call someone a prop for saying they support policy that benefits them and many others isn't fair. Now, many people called Sharon a prop because this wasn't the first time she actually appeared at a Republican-related event concerning no tax on tip. In fact, last year, on July 28, 2025, she appeared in front of the House Ways and Means Committee, the Republican committee, a field hearing in Nevada to talk about the big, beautiful bill and no tax on tips. Now, none of this changes that Sharon has to DoorDash to help pay down her husband's cancer treatment. And that many have said that a grandma should not have to be doing that in America. The husband's cancer treatment shouldn't have cost tens of thousands of dollars. But
Okay, so her husband's cancer treatment costs a ton of money, and the idea, ideally, would be that it wouldn't cost that much for cancer because it's uncontrollable, right? Once again, buying a Lamborghini, yes. Buying a mansion, yes. It should cost a ton of money. But cancer treatment, right? You don't choose to have cancer. Like, why should we live in fear to catch this disease that is given to us through everything? Our clothing, the air we breathe that's polluted, right? The food we eat that's processed. All of this gives us cancer. There's nothing we can do about it. So the people in power are speeding all of this up. But then when we get the cancer, all of a sudden it's like, no, you gotta pay that off yourself. You know what I mean? And then look face to face, eye to eye with the person who could actually fix it. While they use you as a little prop. You know what I mean? Whatever. Maybe not supposed to call it that. But you know what I mean? It's just so stupid.
if you watch Fox News yesterday, and even this morning I was watching Fox and Friends, they try to play it off as though this was a historic first DoorDash delivery to the White House. It was a stunt. And even DoorDash is admitting it wasn't a real delivery.
Yeah, who's acting like this is cool? You're telling me there's people that are like, wow, the first ever DoorDash delivery? It's just putting labels on the most random stuff in the world. You know what I mean? If I made a new company that sold squares of plastic, that literally just squares of plastic, and then I was making my first delivery, who cares? Well, it's not that big of a deal, bro. You're a $1 billion corporation. DoorDash, you got so much, who cares? And then this comment too, what's even funnier is that the policies they're trying to promote wouldn't even apply to DoorDash drivers because they are 1099. The no tax on tips does not apply to independent contractors. So that could be true, that could be false. I'm not gonna fact check it right now, but that would be pretty funny. Y'all can let me know if that's true or not. That would make sense if that's true. I know a lot of that stuff happened too with the big beautiful bill. Is that the people who would actually like that are the people who are major rich. The people who think they like it wouldn't even benefit from it. Same thing in the first place with a lot of people who voted for Trump were like, he'd make me richer. No, you wouldn't. He makes millionaires into billionaires. He doesn't make peasants into millionaires. You know what I mean? Peasants stay peasants. That's what they want. If anything, the middle class is going even lower than the up one. There's a bigger stretch now because of bro. So it's delusional, man. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't want to make a lot of people mad here, but it's just crazy that all this is the irony, man. I didn't understand there was a point in my life where I didn't understand what irony meant. I remember learning what irony meant. I remember I was in school and I asked my teacher, what does the word irony even mean? And they told me. They could have brought up this. It would have made perfect sense because this is true definition. Like I was saying, double Big Mac burger style. So, some food for thought. Let me know how you feel down below. this could be a good discussion to have. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about or add on to. It could become a new video inspired by you. Like this video, send it to someone who you want to deliver a burger to you right now, and they should pay for it, because that would be fun if they did that. And then subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, I guess. Listen to Blakey on all platforms. Blakey music everywhere. Blakey music everywhere. Blakey music.